Hi, it's Sophie from Yes She Can. When I think about pride, I actually think about the word itself and what that really means, and it's proud. I'm proud to see so many examples that love is love, and that there should be no issue with who we love, who we're happy with, who we are attracted to. Um, the fact that we are still striving for equality and still striving that everybody accepts that love is love, irrespective of who we are, our gender, or I think there's a lot to be done. Which is why, as Yes She Can, we will be promoting Pride. We'll be thinking about role modelling and putting forward some fantastic LGBTQ role models, trans role models, stories, motivational posts, just to keep the conversation going and just show actually love is love, and that is the most important thing.
I want to start by wishing everyone a very happy and joyful Pride Month 2020. This year, it couldn't come at a more important time across the globe. What does Pride Month mean to me? Well, for me, Pride Month is an especially important month of the year. By some good fortune or dramatic irony, I find myself able to celebrate both my birthday and the anniversary of Stonewall riots on the same day. Pride Month for me is embodied by the Stonewall values of solidarity and protest, unity, community, equality, and celebration. In 2020, Pride Month couldn't come at a more important time for the world, as people wake up to the cruel reality that people across the globe still face prejudice and discrimination for being who they are, not just based on sexuality or gender, but also disability, social background, and race. We need Pride now more than ever. Even though physical Pride events have been cancelled because of coronavirus, we can still practice the values represented by Pride Month at home, at work, in private, or in public. So, what can firms do to support diversity and inclusion? Well, there are always things that firms can do across all industries to support diversity and inclusion in the workplace and outside of the workplace. And this starts by recognizing that whilst Pride Month is only for 1 month, the relevance of its values it represents are permanent. It's not enough to add a rainbow flag or to a logo or to post on social media that Black Lives Matter. Firms must look inwards and evaluate their work practices. Do they have office suitable for people with disabilities, both physical and mental? How diverse are their management teams? How do they internally promote inclusivity? Firms must also look outwards and evaluate how they can promote diversity and inclusion within the local community and within their clients as well. Are they understanding or undertaking pro bono work to improve access to legal services? Are they reaching out to local schools and communities? And are they assisting minority groups develop and launch their own careers within the industry? These are all things that people can do for Pride Month, but also across the board to promote diversity and inclusion. And that's why Pride Month is important to me.
Sick. Take 500. Oh my god. This Pride Month has just been hitting differently, and I think it's the connection with the Black Lives Matter protests. It feels like Pride has gone straight back to its roots with the support that's coming from the LGBTQ plus community, and it's really shining a light and highlighting the struggles of QTI people of colour, which is such an important conversation that we need to be having as a community. And in itself as well, it just goes to show that it's all Black lives that matter, not just the straight cisgendered ones. And it's creating this feeling of just absolute unity which for me is what Pride is all about. Yes, it's a party and it's a celebration of loving who you want to love and just being who you innately are. But it's also a month for learning and reflecting on how far we've come, but also thinking about the activism that's needed today. On another note, I am low-key addicted to TikTok, and the amount of great queer content that I am seeing from people of colour is amazing. It is just such a vibe. Especially as a person of colour myself, I've not always seen myself represented in the LGBT community, but TikTok has just provided this space for all these creators to get together and create this feeling of community. And I think it really embodies a sense of what Pride Month actually is as well. It's also given me so much hope for the future because Gen Z are here and they're bossing it, and they're absolutely fearless as well. They're so confident. Like, I can't wait to see what the future of the community looks like with Gen Z just ploughing through, because they're just going to do such great things, and I'm so excited for what that future is going to look like. So yeah, happy Pride Month.
Hey, my name's Charlotte Wells. I'm the Global HR Project Manager for Experian. I'm coming to you today to tell you what Pride means to me. It's a celebration foremost, right? Whether it be in person or virtually. But for me, it's a period of reflection and remembrance. We haven't always had this privilege, and I'm very grateful to be able to be myself unapologetically and celebrate with like-minded quirky queer people. And then in terms of what Experian are doing to create a feeling of belonging, I would probably say, what aren't they doing? For me, what's the differentiator is that we are all human at work. There is no assumptions. It's just, this is Charlotte, this is who she is, and I've never had that feeling before. There's the obvious stuff such as networks, policies and all of that good stuff too, but actually the proof's in the pudding, and that to me is the human approach to our colleagues. So thank you very much.
My name is Katie Neves, and I came out very publicly as being transgender after living for 48 years as a man. I'm a trans ambassador and the founder of Cool to Be Trans, providing trans awareness training and public speaking on trans issues. I'm also a trustee for Coventry Pride. Pride is essentially a protest, a chance to stand up, to be counted, and to show the world that we are proud of who we are. In an ideal world, there would be no need for pride, as there would be no prejudice, bigotry or hate directed at LGBTQI+ people. However, pride means more than that to me. It's a safe space where LGBTQI+ people can come together knowing that we all get each other and we can support each other. For some people who are not yet out socially or at work, it's their one chance to be truly themselves. It's a place to make friends and to make new friends. It's a place to party, but crucially, it's also a place for our allies to show their support too. June may be Pride Month, but Pride is for life, not just for June. I'm proud. Are you?